Hello and welcome to another video from home. Today on A Vogel Talks Menopause, I am asking, is getting more headaches in the menopause normal? If you like my tips and advice, then please subscribe and remember to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of all my new videos. So is getting more headaches in the menopause normal? Yes, this is very common, and it's also a lot more common to get migraines too. And this is for women who may never have been bothered with headaches or migraines in the past. Studies have found that there is an increased risk of higher frequency headaches in the perimenopause. So this is a known fact. For some women, this can be something that they've just suddenly discovered as their hormones have started to change in the perimenopause. They're finding that they're getting headaches much more often. For other women who have already experienced PMS type headaches, they find that these headaches can increase, and especially if your periods start to become much more frequent, then the headaches and the migraines tend to tie in with this scenario as well. So what's the cause? The main cause is falling estrogen. This interferes with absolutely everything. It can just be a decrease, and very often you will find that as your hormones start to decrease towards a period, if you're still getting them, then you would get the headaches as you tend to get nearer and nearer your periods. But also for women whose periods have stopped, you can still get that bit of a hormonal cycle, and you may find that you are still getting headaches at roughly the same time every month that you would have had your period. So there's very a close link between falling estrogen and getting these headaches and migraines. There can be other causes as well, and a major one is low magnesium. And for those of you who have been watching for a while, you know just how important enough magnesium is in the menopause. Low magnesium will cause stress headaches. So you may find that as you get more anxious, if you start to worry more, again, these headaches will tend to increase. For this, remember the magnesium, and you do need quite a high dose, especially if you're getting regular migraines too. So you'd be looking at least 200 milligrams of magnesium twice a day, just to help to calm the kind of stress migraines or the stress headaches down. A lot of women find they get headaches with flushes, and this is all to do with the vasodilation and constriction of the blood vessels. When you get a hot flush, your blood vessels will suddenly open up very quickly, but then they very often tend to close quickly. And when this spasming happens, especially if you're getting flushes up along the face and the shoulders and the neck, then the spasming of these blood vessels in the neck will then go on to trigger a headache. So if you're getting these types of headaches associated with flushes, if it's appropriate, you could certainly look at the herb sage to help to calm the flushes down. It can be dehydration, so remember the water, loads and loads of water. If you are getting dehydrated, again, that's going to affect the blood vessels, and that can then trigger the headaches and the migraines. So plenty of water over and above what you would normally drink. Also, be aware of what you're eating and drinking. Caffeine, high salt and sugar foods, processed foods, fizzy drinks and alcohol, these can all be headache triggers too. So if you're not quite sure what's triggering the headaches, then do a little food and drink diary, and you may find that you tend to get the headaches at roughly the same time every day, and very often there will be some kind of specific trigger for that particular one. It can also be low blood sugars. If your blood sugars get too low, that can end up triggering a headache. So again, remember to eat little and often in this situation, and very often that can help quite quickly. When do you go and see the doctor about the headaches and the migraines? If they are really frequent, if they are prolonged, if you find that you are having to take lots of painkillers for these headaches, then this is the point when you need to go and see your doctor. Not everything is associated with the menopause, so it's important to get this checked out. I know at the moment it may be difficult for you to get to go and see your doctor, but even just phoning your doctor's practice and asking to speak to one of the practice nurses just for some advice would be a really good idea. With migraines, again, it's the same thing. If they are becoming more frequent, if they are really debilitating, and especially if you find that you are starting to get an aura with a migraine which you have not had before, this can be due to other factors, and this does need some medical attention, so don't forget to ask. I hope you found this one helpful. This is just a short one today. If any of you have any great tips on how you sorted out your headaches and migraines, we would love to hear about them, so please share. And until then, I will see you next time shortly for another video from home.